Yeah, hi guys. Thank you so much for joining this mock interview. And yeah, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're looking in this video on YouTube, and this is the Devops mock interview day 181. We already completed 180 mock interviews. If you're watching this video for the first time, please like this video. And there is a new option called as hype. Please click on hype so that it will be recommended to so many people who are looking right for the preparation of DevOps. And yeah, if you are looking for a interview guidance, if you're already trained in DevOps and if you want to participate in this mock interviews, this is not at all a free one, it's a paid one. If you are interested for the interview guidance, yeah, you can ping me on WhatsApp. This is my WhatsApp number which is displayed here, and you can save my mobile number and you can join my WhatsApp and Telegram group as well. You can find the links in the description. And yeah, hi Bookshare, thank you so much for joining. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi sir. Uh, my name is Bookshare. I have about 5.5 years of corporate experience in DevOps, and my major focus is on AWS cloud and automation using Lambda and building scalable Jenkins CI/CD pipelines. And I have also experience in GitHub pipelines as well. My first company where I worked, I contributed in migrating of applications to from on-prem to AWS, and also helped set up disaster recovery strategy for the same. And with my second company, I worked across multiple cloud environments where I was handling and also supporting 70 AWS accounts across a few clients using Terraform, Docker, and Jenkins automation help them build scalable environments. And in my another organization, I've also managed about 40 plus CI/CD pipelines every day. So these are some of my core experiences, which involve like AWS cloud and Kubernetes also in one of the projects that I was part of, and Terraform and CloudFormation also has been my strength in building infrastructure, while Jenkins and uh, GitHub Actions were another for CI/CD pipelines. So that's all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bookshare. Yeah, there is a too much scope for the improvement. No need to worry if you attend multiple mock interviews like this, you are going to improve. But yeah, everything is perfect. 80% is perfect, remaining 20% definitely you if you practice more, you will deliver best.
Yes,
I don't
thank
know
you.
the technical part, so once you are perfect in the technical part as well, right, you will get selected.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, hi Quitty. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Good morning, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Myself, Shourabh Bishwas. I am working as a senior specialist with a corporate company. So on a typical day as a DevOps engineer, I start by checking our Jenkins CI/CD pipeline and monitoring dashboards in Prometheus and Grafana to ensure all systems and deployments are healthy. Also, I review any failed builds on alerts, troubleshoot issues in our Kubernetes clusters, and verify that pods and services are running smoothly. I often work with developers to integrate new services in our CI/CD pipelines and optimize Docker files or Jenkins stages for faster build. Also, for infrastructure, I use Terraform to provision and manage our cloud resources, mostly in AWS, and ensure all changes are version controlled using Git with proper reviews. I also write and maintain Ansible playbooks for configuration management and server automation. So throughout the day, I collaborate with the team during the stand-ups, or work on deployment improves, and uh, and toward end of the day, I review any pending deployments, push my code changes, update Jira tasks, and make sure everything is stable before logging off. That's all.
Yeah, but everything is perfect. Okay, it is realistic, which you have mentioned. You are right. You have
Hmm.
highlighted the ticketing tool as well.
Hmm.
That is very impressive.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Shekhar, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, go on. I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, yes, go ahead. And your voice was a little bit low.
Yeah, I'm Shekhar. So I'm working as a DevOps engineer from past 3 years. So in ABCD company. So my daily activities like I need to create an EC2 instance daily. So for new users, I need to give an access like they don't know access key. So for the freshers, so after then I will work on a Terraform and CI/CD pipeline. So after then we will I'm working on uh, Docker. We need to create a container.
So if you observe Qwerty and Bookshare,
Yeah,
right, and compare with you, like how you are giving the introduction. This is not a first mock interview. This is the second mock interview. Yesterday you have failed, okay, and today still you are repeating the same mistake. Please go through the recording when I update. Okay, prepare an introduction on your own. In the next mock interview, deliver it.
yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah. Uh, So I might be rude, but yeah, if you perform like this, right, it will be very difficult. Okay, even if you cannot able to perform the introduction part, okay, how you are going to manage the technical part? Okay, I can able to provide you the script, but if you are not keeping your dedication and all, right, providing the script will be a no use. Okay, last time there is a one candidate, okay, who used to perform like same like you. Yeah, I've provided the script. Still, right, there is no improvement. Okay, now he's still unemployed. He's doing nothing because he didn't have any dedication. So we can, like, I cannot able to spoon feed. We are a professional. Okay, we need to have a dedication because we will be having some family responsibilities. You came to me, okay, to get a job with a good package. So it's your responsibility to keep some effort. Okay, I will share my screen. Let's start the mock interview. Today's major focus will be on the Docker. Your containerized application is failing to start. How do you troubleshoot? If anyone watching this video on YouTube, please like this video. And if you are looking for DevOps training or DevOps mock interviews, you can ping me on WhatsApp. Yes, Quitty, go ahead. Your containerized
Sir,
application is failing to start. How do you troubleshoot?
Sir, firstly, I will check the logs for the containers. For what reason it is failing to start? Like, I will fire the command like docker logs space the container ID. So it will provide the necessary information for what reason the container will starts to failing. Like, there are multiple reasons for which a container might fail to start. Like, if we use the duplicate port number, or if we use the duplicate container name, then it may be failing to start. Or if we are using any error image name, in the error image name in the field of Docker image. So that will be one of the reason that Docker container can fail to start. Also there might be a possibility that if you use any wrong wrong or mis malinformed config sets or secrets, means I am talking about the environment variables, then that can also lead to container failing to start. So by all these measures we can be able to identify for what reason a container cannot starting.
Oh, super. Okay. Anyone, if anyone want to add, definitely go ahead and you can add points. And one more thing, if you are watching this video on YouTube, I'm starting a new batch from January 5th, 2026. So that is a DevOps batch number 5. So if you are right looking for a DevOps training, or if any one of your family members or friends are looking for a DevOps live class training, okay, you can enroll for from 5th January from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. ST, and it will end at 18th March. Okay, let's move to next question. A container works on your local machine but fails on the server. What could be the reason?
Sir, I cannot get the question, means what is the local machine and server, this meaning.
Yeah, you are running the container, it is working on your local server, just imagine. And you are trying to run the same container on the one more server. Okay, you are running on the development environment, and when you run the same container on the right testing or production environment, it was failing. What could be the reason? People will confuse you, so that they will ask the questions like this. Local machine means where you will run in your local right setup environment, which is a right development environment, whatever it may be. Or you have created a virtual box. On top of virtual box you are running the container, it is working fine. Now same containers you are trying to run on the EC2 instance, now it was failing. You need to imagine.
Okay. I got this question, sir. So in that case, one possibility is there that the server machine does not provide the proper capacity. That means it may not have the proper resource request that the container is wanted for. So it may be the possibility that and possibility that the when the container is running on the local development machine, that local development machine will deliver the proper capacity that container is asking for, but the destination server may not be able to provide the proper capacity. That's why it can fail to run on the server.
Okay, the last answers which you have given, right, that one also will apply for this question.
Okay. Understood.
Okay, so Bookshare, you can also participate. Logs inside a container are growing too large. How do you control this? So inside the container, logs was getting added, and it was right too large. Nothing but size was growing rapidly. So now you need to control this. Yes, Bookshare.
Firstly, if we want to control it for multiple projects with for similar use case, I will make sure we have a automation scripts that runs on a regular basis. so that multiple log files can be merged and zipped into one single file and stored it into a third location, or maybe a common location which is not connected to the main application server. That is one way I would try to control the size that the logs occupy.
Yes, you are right. Nothing but we are making a copy of the same log file from the container, and we will empty out of it in the container which where it is running, so that new logs will get added. We no need to worry about the old logs. Why? Because we already copied it to some common location, as you have mentioned. Nothing but we are doing a log rotate. Yes. A container needs
Yes.
persistent storage. How do you configure volumes? Yesterday, this question is already repeated. So a container needs persistent volume. How do you configure volumes? If anyone want to answer, you can raise your hand. Yes, Bookshare.
Uh, to configure volumes for persistent storage in the Docker file, we can use volume attribute. Uh, Maybe that is one.
Yeah, Quetti, do you want to add?
Yeah, sir. Docker manages to store first of all to store the to store the data within the container. We Docker provides two kind of solution. One is the bind mount of volume solution, and another is the named volume solution. So we can bind mount one of the host path host directory with the container itself, for storing the container inside data to the external host path storage. And we can and we can create the docker volume by firing the command docker volume create, and we can map that particular volume for when we can run container, means container runtime, to store the container data with that particular volume, and this volume will be stored at val lib docker path. That's all, sir.
Okay. Your Docker image is too large and slows deployments. How do you optimize it? Your Docker image is too large and slows the deployment. Obviously, your Docker, if the Docker image is too large, you cannot able to push the image, and you cannot able to download the image because large in size. It will take some time. If that image is taking time, automatically deployment will also slows. So now you need to optimize the size of your Docker image.
Sir, will I or Bookshare will respond?
Yeah, anyone want to answer? You can raise your hand. I will give you the chance. Depending upon the raise your hand, you will get a chance.
I can, but Bookshare, do you want to? Or-
Yes, yes, I'll attempt.
okay.
So if the Docker image is too large, the first thing I will do is split the image into smaller parts. Let's say for copying this files, I'll put it into one step one, the first file, first Docker file, and create a new image out of it. And then the second file, I'll use the already existing previously created Docker file and run the further steps so that uh, the image is not big and it doesn't occupy too much space.
Yeah, Quetti, I've liked you so much because you not only participating, and yet you are right inviting Bookshare and yeah, Shaker as well in the yesterday mock interview. So you are supporting others as well, which I've liked the most.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
nowadays people are there who are like selfish, so they care only themselves. But yeah, you are caring about others, and you are encouraging others, and you are requesting others to contribute to this mock interview. Thanks a lot for that.
Correct, sir. At the end of the day, we are all like a team, sir. So in the corporate industry, so we cannot stand single, sir. So
Yeah. Yeah, this will definitely going to help you in your career.
thank you, sir.
Do you want to add anything? Like
Yes, sir.
how do you optimize the document message? Anyway, last mock interview it was already repeated. If you already gone through this interview question and answers which have given you the access, you will easily answer.
Yes, sure, sir. Yes, sir. I have gone through some of that parts. So for optimizing the Docker image, we have to follow the 3 to 4 technique strategies. So one of the means I am telling the strategies one by one. We have to use the multi-stage Docker build process. In the multi-stage Docker build process, we are incorporating all of the dependency library files and all of the configuration files into the first build stage of the Docker file, and after that we are extracting only the artifact or the resultant kind of thing from that first stage of the build, and we are taking only that particular artifactory, and we are just running that artifactory file in our docker file second stage. So by that by that way we can only be able to run whatever the binary file that needs to run for running of that particular application. And in addition to that, we have to use the distroless image or the basic bare minimum alpine image for building the docker image. And also we have to eradicate any unused files from that particular docker image files, like any unused files in opt or tmp file system. We have to delete also that particular file also. So by that taking that measures, we can optimize the docker file,
Yeah, Kati,
means docker image.
one feedback. Okay, as you have mentioned, okay, you are elaborating too much.
Hmm.
You are perfect, but yeah, you are speaking little bit slow because of that, right? The question, like answer was getting lagged.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah, little bit confidence was missing, and you can go a little bit fast.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Everything is perfect. So because of that, the delivering which you are right, you are giving, you are speaking little bit slow. So that's the reason, right? The answer was, even if you can mention like what, suppose if you want to optimize the Docker image size, right? I will delete the unused files. Like that's it, simple one.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
And I will go with multi-stage build so that my automatically my image size will be reduced. So you no need to elaborate.
Okay, sir.
Keep it right simple and short. If they ask you, okay, how do you optimize using multi-stage build? Can you please, right, explain or elaborate? Okay, then you can go in depth.
Okay, sir.
So if you want to explain three scenarios, so you will not have a time. So keep it short.
Okay.
First, I have three strategies. First thing, I will delete the unused files, nothing but unnecessary files from the temporary directory. Second one, I will use a base images, not like Alpine. And third one, I'm going to use a multi-stage build where automatically, as it is following the multi-stage process, right, my
Right.
image size automatically will get reduced.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Like this, you can keep simple and short. Yeah, whatever you have delivered, it was correct. I'm not telling wrong. Okay, because opposite person feel little bit low bored because nowadays people are not interested. So if you keep it simple and short, and if you deliver it confidently, automatically opposite person will get impressed because they have taken interviews multiple times, right? They have heard these terms multiple times. Automatically, if you heard same things multiple times, you will get bored.
Correct,
I'm
sir.
not telling you are a bored person. Same things,
Yeah.
right? Listening people will, right, make people bored.
Correct, sir. Correct, sir. Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah. How do you check why container was like memory was OMM killed? Nothing but memory issue. Some containers will be get crashed because of the memory will automatically take consume too much of memory. Even in Windows, right? Sometimes some applications, due to some applications, right, memory keep on right take. So one of the container also same an issue. OMM killed nothing but some memory issue. Due to some process, right?
Mm.
Right inside the container due to some right application, that container was an issue and memory was getting issue. So how do you check that, and why that container was getting a memory issue? Like how do you going to check that?
I am not sure about this. Okay.
Yes, Bookshare.
I will first check the logs, that container logs, and see if it is not being handled properly, or the handling job that is there is not working. So that, like we discussed previously about the log management, that is one issue that I will check for.
Okay, then you need to log in inside the container and you can check the process, right, which process it was right taking too much of memory. So by that you need to log in inside this container, then only you can able to check why, right, it was taking right memory. If it is unused process, definitely you need to kill that process, whatever it may be, you need to follow.
Correct.
Yes, yes.
A container cannot communicate with another container on the same network. How do you debug? In the last class, I think in the live class, we have discussed about this. When I ping from one container to another container, it was not getting pingable. Now here the same issue, but it is not in a different network, it is in the same network. How to debug?
Sir, can I try?
Yes.
Oh. Sir, first of all, I will inspect the Docker that what the IP that two Docker's instances have got. See, by firing the Docker inspect of that particular two Docker instances, and after that, I will inspect that particular Docker network inspect. And I think by this kind of approach, I will definitely be able to extract for what reason the two Docker containers within a same network cannot be able to communicate with each other.
Okay. Your container restarts frequently. How do you check the restart reason? So your
Okay.
container restarts continuously. Like how do you check the reason behind restart?
Sir, will I?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, first of all, I will check the logs for what reason the Docker instance container instance is restarting by firing Docker logs. That for what reason, and it will show the reason for what the container is restarting, and there are multiple possibility that Docker container instance can be restarted. One major issue like that, the misconfigured the secrets or the environment variables. If the environment variables also if any missing volume or the or if a whatever I can tell. Mm, Sir, I lost for this answer.
Okay. So yeah, Shaker, you can focus on the introduction part, prepare the introduction part. So learn the introduction part, the technical part. Okay, definitely you will going to improve it. But first focus on the introduction part. If you are perfect in that, automatically you will get confidence and you will focus on the technical part, because you just now attending the live classes. Okay, you didn't completed your right completed your training at right, but still you are participating in the mock interview. Okay, don't get demotivated by seeing the bookshare and Qwerty, because they are already professionals. Okay, they know all the tools. You are still in learning stage, so take right learning from them and prepare the introduction part. I hope in the next mock interview you will perform better, right, regarding the introduction part, not the technical part.
Yeah, okay, Pawan.
You need to pass sensitive credentials securely into a container. What method do you use? Yes, Qwerty.
Sir, in Docker system, we can create the secret. We can create the secret by firing Docker secret create, and and we can pass this secret in the container runtime for passing the secrets, sensitive secrets to the Docker container. Also, we can use the also we can use the config method for passing the secrets to the Docker container.
Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, right? So don't lag the answer.
Okay,
Keep
okay,
it
okay.
simple and short, and speak it confidently. Don't
Okay,
give
sir. I
gaps.
okay, sir. I will work on it, sir.
Yeah. Please observe the mock interview when I update it in YouTube today
Okay,
or tomorrow. Right? Observe like how Bookshare was answering and right, compare yourself. You will get
okay,
difference. Okay. I'm not demotivating you. Just a feedback.
okay, sir.
A multi-container application must start in a specific order. How do you achieve this? Nothing but there is a multi-container, nothing but two or three containers. Okay, they should run one by one after other in a specific order. So how do you achieve this? I think we can use compass.
Compose. Yes, sir. Sir, for multi-container application, we can use the Docker Compose file, and we can use the depends on meta tag for achieving this purpose.
Okay, super. And now it was little bit better.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Your Docker Compose application continues to use an old image. Okay, how do you force it to use the new one?
Okay, sir, I will. Sir, can I see the question at once?
Yes, when
On
you use Docker Compose upright, it is using the old Docker image version. It should use a new Docker image version.
Sir, I can use the force command along with the Docker Compose up command to to take the Docker system to update the image to the latest version.
Okay. A container needs files from the host system. How do you bind mount?
Okay, sir. Sir, first of all, I will make a directory of that particular file system, and I will map that particular directory path to the container to one of the inside path of the container, inside path of a container directory with respect to the host directory path in the container runtime, so that that particular host file directory path and the container inside directory path get mapped. So by this way it can be achieved.
Okay, if container needs the files from the host system, what I will do, I will use in the Docker, we have a bind mount where that I can able to mount the path, the where
Hmm.
whatever the files I want, I can directly mount it by using -v, the host
Correct.
path and the container path. Then
Correct.
automatically the files which we have right in the local system, automatically it will be added to my container. Simple and
Correct.
short. Don't
Okay.
elaborate.
Okay.
Okay. Because you keep on going explanation, right? It will not help,
Okay, sir.
right? Give a straightforward answer and it will be cover everything. Whatever I have mentioned, I covered everything.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but you have taken 30 seconds, I have taken 20, 10 to 15 seconds. That's the difference.
Okay,
On
sir.
practice only you will get it, no need to worry. I will continuously give you the feedback
Okay,
so
sir.
that you
Okay,
will
sir.
improve because right as a human being suddenly if we need a change, no, we cannot able to do that. Okay, first time we will do the mistake, 10 times we will do the mistake, 11th time definitely we will going to change. That's the reason. Okay, don't take in a right, don't feel bad or don't
No, 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 sir.
so whenever I point it out, right, take it positively. Okay, definitely implement it. Your
Okay, sir.
application requires scaling multiple containers behind a load balancer. How, what do we do?
Sir, we can use Docker Swarm for achieve this, or we can use the Kubernetes orchestration tool for scaling the container systems.
We have two questions left. How do you troubleshoot networking in Docker?
Okay. So, sir, we can use the Docker inspect method. Also, we can use the Docker logs command. Also, also we can check the host networking. So for the troubleshooting of the Docker networking issues.
How do you perform zero downtime deployment in Docker?
Sir, we can use the Docker Swarm method for implement the zero downtime deployment in Docker.
Okay, let's check the answers. Your containerized application is failing to start. How do you troubleshoot? First step was you need to check the logs, Docker logs container ID, and you need to validate the entry point which you have right written inside your Docker file or CMD, whatever it may be. Docker inspect container ID and grep -i. So when you inspect, you will get a long output. If you want to right uh, search out of it, you can use a grep pipe grep -i, the value which you want to. Okay, you can check it out. So why the container was not started? Every container will have a life cycle depend upon the command. If the command is not perfect, automatically your container will started and exited automatically. So this one we already discussed in live class. And start container with shell, Docker container -id image name. So check missing environmental variable, port issues or file permissions, which uh, yeah, Squiddy has mentioned. A container works on your local machine but fails to the server. So missing environmental variable, wrong file permissions. Same right, port already in use. Docker version mismatch. Firewall restricting outbound and inbound connection. Same first and second similar. Logs inside a container is growing too large. How do you control this? So configure log rotation. I told you that log max size you can keep, max files you can keep. Restart the Docker after updating. A container needs persistent storage. How do you configure volume? So first you need to create the volume, and you can map that volume inside the Docker right path of the container. So real time use for database backups, application logs. Your Docker image is too large, and I might be little bit fast. Okay, while showing you the answers because you already know about it. That's the reason I'm going little bit fast. Docker image is too large and slows deployment. How do you optimize it? Of course, you will use a multi-staged builds so that if the Docker image size will reduce from 1 GB to nearly 50 MB. How do you check why container was OAM killed? So Docker inspect container ID grep -i OAM. So Docker stats. So if you enter Docker stats, you can able to see right which container was taking too much memory, and accordingly you can log in inside that container. And future, if you want to not get that type of issues, you can set the limit, right?
Mm.
Or right, if it is required, then you need to increase the memory for that container. Okay, one of my friend also used to work in one of the MNC company, right, where he used to get a tasks, right, to increase the CPU and memory limit for the running pods. Yeah, it's totally right. If the client is requesting, yeah, if the ticket was raised, if there is a right justification, then definitely you can go and increase the right limits. Even for your pods also you will keep the limits, right, resource limits.
Mm.
In future we will conduct a mock interview on Kubernetes as well. There we will discuss. A container cannot communicate with another container on the same network. How do you debug? So check the networks, Docker network ls, Docker network inspect, and you can connect the container if it is not on the same network, and you can ex into the container, and you can ping from one container to another container. This one also in the last class we have discussed how to ping from. So ensure both containers join the same bridge network. Yes, Sekhar, I have joined the container and pinged the container. Then after it was pingable, and then after I removed the container from the network as well. So please try to practice whatever you have discussed in the live classes, right? Same thing you will get in the interviews. Your container restarts frequently. How do you check the restart reason? So Docker ps minus a, nothing but Docker container ls or Docker ps, both are same. This is the older command. When I'm right learning Docker, we don't have Docker container ls. Okay, we used to enter Docker ps and Docker ps minus a. It will give the stopped container. And filter, you can give the name of your container, and you can inspect the container ID and grep minus I restart. So how you will fix that? Removing faulty health checks. If the health check is command was failing, automatically your container will be restart. Right, fixing the environmental variable, increase the startup time. You need to pass sensitive credentials securely into a container. What method do you use? Use Docker secrets as right, Quetty mentioned. Use it in service. A multi-container application must start in a specific order, so definitely we will go with depends on yes inside the compose file. Your Docker compose application continues to use old images, so right, you can use force while executing Docker compose command as Quetty mentioned. So Quetty, whatever you're delivering, it was correct, but the way of delivering was not good.
Okay, sir. I will work on this in my home practice actually.
Okay, a container needs files from the host system. How do you bind mode? So yeah, Docker run minus v. I've given the short form answer, right? But you are explaining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your application requires scaling multiple containers behind a load balancer. What do you do? Your application requires scaling multiple containers behind a load balancer. So we will use a Docker Swarm or sorry, Kubernetes cluster.
Kubernetes.
How to troubleshoot networking in Docker? So Docker network ls, Docker network inspect, Docker exec minus it, and check the IP table rules. How do you perform zero downtime deployment in Docker? So obviously we'll use a Docker Swarm and rolling update. You can give the image, update parallelism, update delay is 10 seconds. So ensure one container updates at a time. Anyway, we will not going to use Docker Swarm uh,
Yeah.
rolling update. We will going to use Kubernetes rolling update. But as this right focus on Docker, I've added this.
Correct.
I will update this interview questions. Please go through it. If you anyone watching this video on YouTube, please like this video. It will get right give me motivation to upload more content like this. That's it for today. I will stop the recording.